So, hello, and here we are back with the next installment in Dark Sorceries, our D&D adventure that we're going to play solo. It is written for solo play. I've now switched to my office. So the sound should be a little bit better than it was yesterday. And basically, I still have my spinner with me and I still have my character sheet. Just for a quick intro as to where we are, we need to go back to where it all started. We have 18 hit points, our AC is 16 because I'm wearing studded leather armor and a shield. I have a wand of magic missile, which I ruled has 5 charges. So I'm going to write this down here as well. Let's put in a okay. So then let's get started. Back to where it all started. Having recovered what little remained of your adventuring gear from your warded storeroom, having said this is the worst warded storeroom ever. Not only did someone go spelunking and break in, it was also infested by giant spiders and their offspring. So basically, whoever built that storeroom, I'm going to find them in my next adventure and just kill them. You procure the rest of the traveling supplies from your home and finalize your preparations for the journey ahead. Feel free to treat this downtime as a short rest, which we will because, where's my book? You must not read from the book. It's up there. The wild shape restores after okay, so now I have the ability to wild shape twice because we've taken a short rest, sorry. When you're ready to continue, read the following. Having gathered your adventuring gear and equipped yourself for the journey into Crypt Garden Forest, you exit your home and make your way back to the Crossed Staves Inn. The sky is cloudy and grey. You have to fight against the strong winds to keep your cloak wrapped around your shoulders. The chill touch of winter hangs in the air, and tiny white snowflakes begin to drift down from the sky as you push open the door to the inn. It seems that Rolsk has already been able to replace the wooden door that had been destroyed in the previous night's altercation. A warm blast of heat and a crackling fire greets you as you enter the building. 3 cloaked men stand at the bar. One of the men is a massive man with a bald head and broad shoulders. Another is wiry and tall and has the hood of his cloak drawn up, hiding his features in dark shadows. The last man has dark, oily hair pulled into a tight ponytail and turns to greet you with a crooked smile. Vatal is present, leaning against the bar and nursing a steaming mug of cider. Isn't it a bit early to drink? Oh no, it's not as early as I thought because I didn't even get started when I wanted to get started, but I got sidetracked and trapped in my own basement. Rolls stands behind the bar, wiping a ceramic bowl with a towel. Both of their eyes flick to you with concern. Other than 3 strangers, the common room is vacant. A large rug has been thrown over the floorboards where the half-ghoul died. Well, the broken furniture has been removed and only a few tables remain, making the common room feel empty and bare. Ah, I suppose this is the woman I was hearing so much about, the cloaked stranger says. Again, Note to whoever wrote this: please don't assume that the player will be a man or will be playing a male character. Say, this is the person. His face is gaunt, almost grey. His nose is long and narrow, and his eyes are too close together, appearing almost beady. Whiskers sprout from his chin, and crooked yellow teeth comprise a similarly crooked smile. He has dark lines beneath his eyes. And I was just telling you that we're closed for the day, Rolsk says. So if you won't be booking any rooms, I'm going to have to ask you to leave. The half-orc sets the ball down and crosses his arms over his chest. So what'll it be? My mistake, the stranger says, cocking his head to the side. He never takes his eyes off you. Order around, will you, lads? For the road. I have some questions for our new friend. Now, what did you say your name was? We've answered your questions, friend, Vater responds, slamming his mug down on the counter and rising from the bar. We haven't seen the man named Merrick, and I'm the only guest that has booked a room of late. You heard the barkeep. The inn is closed. Best be on your way. The beady-eyed man clicks his tongue. How is that for foreign hospitality? Let me at least introduce myself. My name is Zevna. He holds out a gloved hand in your direction. And yours is? I'm going to tell him my name. It's Meredith. Zevna listens intently as you tell him your name, and his eyes light up. You can see now that he is wearing stained riding leathers beneath his cloak. Yes, this is the one I've heard so much about. My reputation precedes me. He turns to his companions and pulls a stool away from the bar. He sits down and turns to face you. You are the one that defeated the devil single-handedly. At least that's what the other villagers said. Oh, they were nice. They were a nice couple. Darby and Pekina, I think their names were. Two halfling folk made terrible shepherd's pie. Zevna wrinkles his nose. Vatar looks at you hurriedly, giving the slightest shake of his head. This is not going to end well. You're saying this weakling defeated one of the turned, Zevna? Another of the strangers asks, stepping forward and looking you up and down. The man is stocky and bald, and has a bulbous nose that looks like it's been broken more than once. He takes a swig of his ale and burps. I doubt it. He wipes his mouth with the back of his arm. You catch sight of a heavy wooden club swinging at his waist. I'm going to remain silent because, I mean, seriously, what the fuck? Who are you? You see, lads, Zevna says, rising to his feet. This is why I hate coming to these backwater towns and questioning these inbred swine. They always just end up lying to your faces. They call us liars, we call them liars. It just goes on and on and on. Vatar starts to speak, but Zevna cuts him off, holding up a hand. Please, save us this charade. I know that you are lying. We know that your companion was here. We know that what you have seen. We tracked Merrick to this fine establishment. Never heard of him, Rolls grumbles. You notice his hand reach beneath the bar. Oh, he wouldn't have been able to tell you his name, I don't think. He probably looked unwell. He had an issue, you see. He couldn't control the power that was given him, the power granted by our blood witch. But I'm afraid we've come to the hard part of the conversation. This really is my least favorite part. A wide grin spreads across Zevna's face, his eyes sparkling with malice. Zevna turns to Vatar. We've been blessed with divine gifts to aid in our cause, and our mistress demands that we silence those who have witnessed the birth of her children. He holds a gloved hand to his forehead, then turns back to face you. Behind him, Vatar curses, reaching for his weapon. You hear the sound of steel being drawn. A dark rune is embedded on Zevna's forehead. Oh dear. It's nothing personal. You just saw something the realm is not yet ready for. I'm afraid we'll have to kill you all and burn your village to the ground. Zevna's words make your blood run cold. The rune flares to life. Dark tendrils of shadow energy spill forth from the rune as Zevna's body begins to grow thick tufts of fur. His ears become pointed and his bones crack. His jaw protrudes violently, his nose widening. Long fangs dripping with saliva elongate dramatically from a massive underbite. He seems to have taken on the form of a bugbear. One of the other cloaked newcomers, a heavy-set bald man, kicks over a stool and draws a large wooden club. The last of Zevna's companions brandishes 2 curved blades and clashes with Vatar. Sparks flash in the room as the cloaked man and half-elf exchange blows. "Don't let them turn," Vatar shouts. Zevna laughs, emitting a deep bestial noise, and lunges towards you. With a loud roar, Rolsk barrels into the back of misshapen Zevna. The two fall to the floor, rolling and grunting. The door to the inn suddenly slams open, and a gust of wind billows past you. You turn to see Davian stride into the room. A large pack rests on his shoulders. The backpack is stacked high with travelling supplies. "Thinking you could leave without me?" The halfling's voice trails off as he looks around the room, confusion wrinkling his face into a frown. Into a frown. And then the heavy-set stranger chuckles to himself and stomps towards Davian, twirling his large club. "Another of the wee ones. Must be my lucky day. Let me introduce you to my friend, little man." You notice the bald man's club is stained with dried blood. "Do we ever get to leave?" Go to map 3-1. Now, 3-1 is over here. Okay, so, place your character token on any square 15 feet from the entryway. Place separate tokens for Rolsk and Zevna 10 feet from the fireplace. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to place myself. So they are 10 feet away from the... Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Can I undo it? Yes. Okay, so let's move this guy 10 feet from the fireplace. Send to back. So 10 feet from the fireplace, which is here. Then we have, let's say this is Zevna. That's an Eta cup, but who cares? I'm not gonna dig out a... So they're adjacent to each other. I'm 15 feet away from the door. 5, 10, 15. So that's where I am. Okay. So, so we've got Rolsk and Zevna. Davian is 5 feet into the entryway. That's Davian. So let's say here. Place a token for the bandit with the club on any square adjacent to Davian. Okay, I will need this. I'm gonna move it over now. I will have to switch and get a couple of additional tokens. So, okay, I've now set the stage, and now we get to read information, because I will be running all of the NPCs, which is something that isn't unusual, but I also get a bonded ally. And if you remember, we had to have kind of like attitude scores for everybody. And everyone's attitude started at 1. However, Vatar gained +1 attitude, or I gained a plus on his attitude for something I did. I can't remember what it was. But basically, the person with the highest attitude score towards me is going to be my bonded ally. And this is Vatar. So, Your bonded ally will always attempt to help you during the fight, either by using the help action, flanking your targeted enemy, or by using one of their ally tactics when available. Only your bonded ally can use their ally tactic during the fight. If any of your allies drop to 0 hit points during the fight, roll for death saving throws as normal at the start of each of their turns. Now, okay, so only this person I can give help to. Roll initiatives and proceed to do battle. Use the bandit stats and Zevna turn stats below for your opponents. Okay. So we're going to get started. So I'm just going to roll initiative for myself first. Bop, 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 bop. Oh, that's the wrong side. And it is... I rolled a natural 1. I get to go last. Okay, so this is me. Meredith will go last. Zevna rolled badly as well. That is actually cocked. We have to roll again. And that's, oh, now a natural 20. So Zevna definitely will go first. Then he's got 27 hit points. And he has an AC of 13. And oh. Okay, then we have Rolsk. Rolsk rolls a 3 in total. That's brilliant. He's got an armor class of 11 and 20 hit points. Then we have the bandits. The first one rolls a 19. And the second one rolls a 20. So we have bandit 1 and bandit 2. They act straight after one another. And Davian rolls a 5. So that's brilliant because it means that everybody gets to go before us. And Davian has AC 13 and hit points 14. Oh no, I forgot Vatar. Oh, Vatar is here. He's got, okay, his dex is 30, and he rolls a 14, so he gets to go hit points 13 and AC 14. I have how many left? 18 left. And I have AC 16. Bandit 1 has AC 12 and 15 hit points, and the second one as well. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is basically I'm going to move this over and then we will see. Does he have... Okay, so 20 foot. 5, 10, 15, 20. Is he though? It's a cube. 5, 10. Let's use this. We're going to draw a rectangle. And it's going to 20-foot cube originating from Zevna. So we're looking at, because there's the wall here, 5, 10, 15, 20, 5, 10, 15, 20. So he is going to if he does this 5, 10, 15, 20, he will affect all of his allies as well. So everyone will be affected. Is he going to do this? DC 12 or take and be knocked prone? I don't think he would be that stupid, because all of his friends would be affected as well. I don't think he would do this. I mean, if I was him, I wouldn't do it. So he's not going to do that. He's going to take the thing that is best for him. Let me see. He's going to slam into Rolsk. And for this, he rolls a d20 and gets a +4. That's an 11. Rolsk has AC 11, so that hits. And he deals 1d6 +2. That is a 4. So Rolsk is down to 16. Bandit 1 is the one next to Davian. He's going to, what can he do? Well, first of all, he's going to attack. Dual strike. This is the one with the club. And he rolls a natural 20. So he does 1d4. And he rolls a 3, which is a 6, +2 is 7. So Davian is down to 7 hit points. So he's lost half his life. That's not good. And now the other one is going to attack Vata, and he rolls a 16 plus. That's definitely a hit. And he has a club. We're going to say he's got a club. And it does 1 point of damage plus 1, so that's 2. So Vatar is down to... Vatar has 13 hit points. Is that true? Okay, he's down to 11. Okay, so that was the bandits. Now Vatar, it's Vatar's turn. What can Vatar do? Oh, he has dual wield. So first he will use his melee weapon, the short sword, and he rolls a 5 plus 3 is 18. On this one, that hits. And he does 1d6. That's 3 points. Plus 1 is 4 points piercing. And then he attacks again with his dagger. And he rolls an 18 plus, that's enough. And he does 1d4 plus 2. And that is 4. So he's dealt 10 points of damage in total. So that one is down to 5. Now it's Davian. Now Davian is a bard. And let's see what he should do. Davian is a 2nd level spellcaster. His spellcasting ability is Charisma. Davian knows the following spells: Vicious Mockery, True Strike, Bane, Cure Wounds, Fairy Fire, Healing Word, Sleep. Okay, let me just do something right quick. Okay, so the first thing he's going to do is he's going to cast Healing Word on himself, which is a bonus action. And he gets 1d4. 1d4. Plus his... I rolled a 4. Plus his spellcasting modifier, which is Charisma, which is plus 3. So he regains 7 hit points. So he's at full hit points again. So that's 14. But he's expended 1 spell slot. And now he is going to, let's see what else he can do. I was debating to use... he's got 3 slots, so one of them is gone. And now he's going to... does he have any weapons? Yeah, he is going to use his dagger, plus 4. So let's see how he does. And on a 9, he doesn't hit. Okay, so we don't have to go on. So that was Dave. Now it's Rolsk. Rolsk is going to give this guy hell. Rolsk has a battle axe. And he rolls a 7. That's not enough. So he's going to use action search. Because we need to get this done. And he rolls a natural 20. Okay. So he also has savage attacks. When Rolls scores a critical hit with a melee weapon attack, which we just did, he can roll one of the weapon's damage dice one additional time and add it to the extra damage of the critical hit. Okay, so first of all, he's got a battle axe. So we roll 1d8. We roll 2d8s. That's how this works. So a 2. Oh, that's the wrong side. Okay, so he rolls a 6. We get to roll twice because it's a critical hit, another 1. Then he gets to roll this one more time. And that's a 5. And he gets plus 3 to this. So that's 7, 10, 15 in total against Zephyr, who has 27 hit points. So he's now down to 12. So that was Rolsk. And now it's my turn. First of all, I'm going to use my bonus action to shift. Did Vata do anything? Yeah, he didn't hit. Okay. So now it's my turn. And I am going to... I've shifted. This is my bonus action. And I am going to... go here and attack this guy. And I'm actually flanking him. So I've got advantage on that roll. So with a 14, that would be a hit. Maybe we can get a 20. We don't. So that's the direwolf is 19. Let me just check is the direwolf in here. So here we're back. This is now the dire wolf. So we have made an attack which hit. So we get to now roll 2d6. So that's a 3 and a 1. That's 4 plus 3 is 7. So Bandit 2 takes 7 points of damage. And he is dead because he only had 2 left. Okay, so that was then me. So now it's Zevna. I still don't think that Zevna would use... Or would he? Because, I mean, he is down half his hit points. More than half. Maybe he would be so desperate as to use this and then risk his guys making... because he only has 1 friend left. Yeah, I think he is going to do this because it means that he will affect all of us if he is successful. I mean, he seems to be successful. Anyway, even if we... Okay, so Zevna is now going to use the Arcane Blast. And it goes off immediately and automatically. So, let's see. Everybody needs to make a DC 12 dex save. Let's start with Rolsk. His dex is +1, so let's see. And he's got a 10, so he is knocked prone. And he takes 1d6 + 1 damage. I'm lucky. He just got 2 damage, but he's prone, so he's now at 14. I'll go next, but I get my animal wolf, dire wolf dex thingy. And I roll a 4. So I take 1d6 damage, and that is 4 points of damage in total. So I'm at 33. And then it is Vata. And I'm also prone. His dex is +3. He also fails. He takes 1d6. So that's 5. Okay, he's down to 6 points. And Davian, his dex is +2. And he rolls a 10, so he's also down, and he takes 6 points of damage. It's a good thing he healed himself, because now he's at 8. And now lastly, the bandit. With our luck, he will probably be fine. Okay, so let's see. He rolls a 16 plus his dex. He's fine. Nothing happens. Okay, Vata did a good thing there. Okay. So, Zefna. So now it's bandit 1, and he's going to try and attack our friend who's prone. So he gets advantage to his roll. So that the little one is a goner. Yeah, that's 19 to begin with. And then, yeah, so he hits, no problem. And he does 1d4 plus 1. And that is 2 points of damage. Okay, Davian is still alive. 6. Okay, now it's Vata. Vata gets up. That's all he can do on his... So he uses his movement, but he also has a light crossbow, which he's going to use. And he's going to use this on this guy. So he is going to roll, and he has an 11, which is not enough. So he's done. Davian is going to get up, and he is going to attack. 11 plus 4 is 15. That hits. And he does, that was cocked. No, that's not cocked. That's a 1. And he does 3 points of damage, of piercing damage. So now this one is, his opponent is damaged for the first time and is down to 12. And I am going to run over here. I'm going to get up. Oh, sorry, I can't because I cannot actually. Okay, so I'm going to get up. That's one action. And then I'm going to move over here. That's my second action. That's all I can do. And then it is him again. So Zephna is going to attack our friend. I have to say, I really like this encounter. It is very very challenging, actually. So let's see. I roll a 17, so that hits. That's absolutely clear. And he uses the slam again. And he does 1d6 plus 2 bludgeoning. And that's 7 points of damage against Rolsk, who's now down to 7. Bandit 1 is going to attack the halfling again. And on a 5 in total, he doesn't hit. Yay. So now it's Vata. Vata is going to walk over here and attack with his hand weapon. And he has advantage on this roll, so he gets a sneak attack. Why does he have advantage? Because he's flanking. I've learned this because this is something that I wasn't aware of. So basically what he's going to do is he is going to use his dagger on this. So he rolls a 13 plus 4 would hit, but he's got advantage, so he's going to try again. Maybe he gets a 12. No, he actually gets a 1. So this is a hit anyway, and he does 1d4 plus 6 plus 2 piercing damage, and he rolled a... Oh, that was actually really cocked. So now it's better. He rolls a 4. That's lucky, plus 3. So Zephna is now down to 5. Now it's Davian's turn. Davian also has advantage on his attack now because I'm flanking, and he's going to use his dagger. Let's see. First roll. That's a 13, which would hit, but we're going to try again. Maybe we get a natural 20. We get an 18, which is still a 21. That's fine. And he does 1d4 plus 2 piercing. And that actually is a 4 plus 2, so that's 6. The bandit is down to 6. So now it's Rolsk. Rolsk has advantage on his next attack because of flanking. And he rolls +4. That's a 20, a dirty 20 already, so that would be a hit, but he has an advantage on this roll, and that's again, that's cocked, and now it's still cocked, and now it's a 23, so it doesn't really matter. He does do his hit, and he is going to roll a d8 plus 3. That's cocked. And that's better. That's, well, it's not better. It's a 1, but still it's a 1 plus 3 does 4 points of damage. So Zefna still stands, but only barely because he's got 1 hit point left, but 1 hit point left is 1 hit point left. I'm going to try and finish off this bandit. I've got advantage to my roll. So that's a 9. That's bad. And this one is a 14. No, it's a 15, which hits. And then I get to do 2d6 plus 3. That's a 6. That's an 8. That's a 6 plus 2 is 8 plus 3 is 11. The bandit is dead. But it means it's Zefna's turn, and Zefna still has 1 go. He's 1 hit point. So he attacks Rolsk for 7 plus, I want to say 5. With a slam, no, 11, but that's still enough because Rolsk has an AC of 11. That's just enough, and he deals 1d6 plus 2. And I rolled a 5, so that's 7 points of damage. Rolsk is down. Now it's Vata. He's not flanking anymore. He's going to attack this guy for a 13 plus. Uh, 4 is 17. That hits, and now he's going to do 1d4 plus 2. And that is definitely going to be a hit, and he rolled a 3, plus 2 is 5, so Zefna is no more, and we are victorious. But of course, what we will do is we will now heal our friend Rolsk. So we're going to stabilize him, and he will be fine, so we will not let him down. If we are victorious in battle. Okay, so with a pained roar, the last of your opponents collapses to the floor of the inn. Dark pools of blood begin to spread beneath the corpses of the fallen. The rune that was embedded in Zefna's head has dissolved into dust, leaving only a bloody indentation surrounded by dark splotchy veins. We get 300 XP. Okay. So that's another 300 XP. The rune, blah, blah, blah. Go to the next section. It's not over yet. Oh, God. As you stand over the corpses of your defeated enemies, you begin to smell smoke on the air, and then you remember what Zevna had said. I'm afraid we'll have to kill you all and burn your village to the ground. The door to the inn crashes open and a young boy rushes inside. Blood mats his disheveled brown hair, and his arms and tunic are stained with soot. They're burning everything, he cries, pointing outside. You push past the youth. I've switched back. and rush to the doorway of the inn. Red flames burn violently across the rooftops of the village. Frightened commoners litter the streets, crying and shielding their loved ones with their arms. Cloaked figures on horseback race through the streets wielding wickedly curved blades. More shadowed figures dart between buildings, brandishing torches and shooting bows with flaming arrows. An arrow whistles past you and embeds yourself into the doorway of the inn. It's not over yet. Congratulations. You have completed Chapter 1, Dark Sorceries in the Heroes of Faerun, Shadowborn campaign. You have earned enough experience points to advance to level 3. Update your character sheet and keep your eyes open for the next installment, Chapter 2, The Ruins of Cryptgarden Forest. This is super because I've got this adventure and I'm going to level up straight away. I hope you enjoyed this. I really did. It was great. It was awesome. I can really recommend it. You can get it on Dungeon Masters Guild. And it was written by Abel T. Trotter. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.